Hello and welcome to your messages for the week. Today is, and your messages for the week just fell out. Today is Sunday, the 23rd of July, 2023. So if you haven't already seen the messages for the month of July, link in description, video in the end screen, all about taking baby steps. Any baby steps, doesn't matter, but in the direction of your heart, where your heart wants you to go, in a moral, creative, self-loving direction. And in that video, if you haven't already seen it, I was talking about the scale of consciousness, which is a part of the map of consciousness, from a small part of the map of consciousness from Dr. David. And we looked at how focusing on yourself, focusing on self-love, raising your own frequency is actually serving the humanity more than anything else. And that's something that's come up a lot, I think, lately, is understanding that there are infinite possibilities, understanding that there are infinite timelines. So when people say, look what's going on, this is like this. It's like that in one reality, in someone's reality. And if everyone's focused on it and it's on social media and everyone's talking about it and everyone's got an opinion and everyone's got a feeling about it, then obviously it becomes a reality in a lot of people's timelines. But it doesn't have to, because everything exists. This is a really important point, I think. Everything exists. Everything, every thought or belief or idea that has ever been had by anyone or anything exists in the field of consciousness. And it comes into form when people put their consciousness, their words, their feelings, their actions on it. That's how we create. But everything exists in the field of consciousness, everything, including heaven on earth. It already exists. Your idea of heaven on earth exists. If you have imagined it, it exists in some dimension or other. Your imagination is just another dimension that does exist. But if you're not experiencing it physically, it's because you're not physically resonating with it. So when people say this has happened, everyone's got to acknowledge this, it's like, no, we don't, if we don't want to. If we don't want to be on that timeline, if we don't want that kind of activity or policy or whatever it might be, if we don't want that in our reality, don't focus on it. It's as simple as that. Focus on what you do want. So keep visualizing the heaven on earth. Keep taking the baby steps, which we talked about in the July messages, because this is the important point, that when people say to me, oh, this horrific thing has happened, I'm like, yeah, of course it has. It's happening everywhere. All sorts of things are going on. Really good, really bad, positive, negative, if you're going to use those words. Let's say more conscious, less conscious, more preferred, less preferred, more desired, less desired. It doesn't matter how you look at it, right? It's like an ocean of consciousness, isn't it? And down at the bottom is this darkness, where there's all these horrible things lurking and you can't really see clearly, you can't think clearly, and it's dense. The water is really dense. You can get stuck there. It's like thick, dirty water, it's in the field of consciousness. Or you can swim. And that's funny, actually, that I'm saying all of this, because one of the messages I got when meditating before doing this was that quote from Nemo, Finding Nemo. Just keep swimming, just keep swimming. I got that message. Just keep swimming. And that's what I want to say now. Just keep swimming towards the light. Well, and when I say towards light, I mean towards what brings you joy, towards what makes you feel lighter, towards the other people that you aspire to being like, or the other people that you love, the people that you enjoy spending time with, swim towards that. People that love themselves, activities that are based on self-love and healing and expanding into more of who you are, all those lovely things. Just keep swimming, There might be a little bit of dirty. Lost my words. Dirty water lurking behind you as you keep swimming, but that's okay. You can just look at it and just keep swimming, just keep swimming. When I got that message about just keep swimming to where this is the water that is like, you can see the sunlight through it and it's warmer and it's just full of lovely people, dancing and doing lovely things. I don't know, whatever that is to you. It'll be different for everybody. But that's the field of consciousness. Everything exists. So you can put your focus on it and go and swim over there or swim over there. Or, you want to go and spend some time with your galactic family, for example, go and swim over there. It's the whole of consciousness. And I'm not just talking about the world. You want to spend some time doing whatever, you go and swim over there and just you keep it up in the light, you see. But this phrase, just keep swimming, yeah, that came to me. Just keep swimming. And I don't mean I just keep doing and moving, because I don't think it's about that. I think it's about like the hanged man, chilling and just taking action when it's choiceless. Especially now in the heat of the summer, just take action when it's choiceless. When you're meant to be taking action, it will happen easily and effortlessly. So when I say just keep swimming, that can include, it just means just keep swimming in your own lane. I've got this lovely friend who just talks about just stay in your lane. She's just stay in your lane, because like that murky, that's the word I was looking for. Dirty, lurking, no, murky. I was looking for the word murky. That murky water, it might come up here, you might be able to see it from your peripheral vision, but that's okay. Just stay in your lane, stay in your lane. That's what she says. And I think it's a lovely expression. Or we can look at it from a quantum perspective, with your virtual reality headset on, right? So when you're playing your virtual reality game, which you are doing, right? Creating your reality from the frequency that you are, and there's only you affecting that reality, nobody else. But you can see other people in your reality, okay? Because you've invited them in to be a reflection, right? But you can see something going on, and you're distracted over there, and it's like, no, just get back to your game. Stay in your game, stay in your lane in your game. Just keep swimming in your game, and play the game that which is to raise your frequency and do the things you love. Just keep doing that. It's easy to get distracted, isn't it, by that murky water, I want to call it. Okay, let's dive in. I'm excited. The 6 cards have come out. Oh my goodness me, the Fool. What a fantastic one to start with. And also, because we are just starting, oh yes, why do I feel emotional about this? I don't know. We're just starting Leo season. Or maybe it's because my cat Leo went AWOL and we haven't seen him since. No, it's more than that. Leo season. Leo the lion. It's strength card. It's the strength card. There is strength in this season. And that's why you're feeling the strength this Leo season to take this leap of faith, to release all of this stuff, just letting go. And that's another thing that came to me, another message, full of messages today. Don't believe everything you think. Oh, that really got me this week. Don't believe everything you think. Wow. Yeah. Don't believe everything you think. He is not believing everything he thinks, and he's let go of a lot of the ego, a lot of the stuff that is attached to the ego. It has to be this way. This is the right way. Just keep remembering that you're in your own lane, playing your own game. So it doesn't matter. You get to make up the rules. You not only get to make up the rules of your own game, you get to put the meaning on it. You get to put the meaning on it. There is no right and wrong way. We've seen that in so many ways. Even if you just take diet, for example. You know, some people swear by a carnivore diet. A lot of people doing that at the moment. Some people swear by a vegan diet. Some people swear by a calorie controlled diet. Some people swear by not eating carbs or not eating fat or, you know, what have you. But it's people exploring. You don't have to listen to the outsiders. You know what I'm going to say, sway test everything you eat, but it's about finding what's right for you. And it's different for everybody. And when you understand that, because there's only you playing your game, your soul has come in to this incarnation with ideas and ways that it wants to be expressed. And it's the way it's going. How am I going to get my human to do what I want her to do in this lifetime, to experience and express her divinity or his divinity within this lifetime? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to make those gifts so enjoyable to share with others, so enjoyable to partake in, that they're going to just use their divine gifts all the time. And that's going to raise their frequency, keep them in alignment, and that's going to get them swimming into heaven on earth. But what happened was we got caught up in the programming and the density of the matrix that we were born into. And we were told that, you know, life isn't meant to be a bed of roses. You've got to do some hard graft to get what you want. And even if you do enjoy, let's say, for example, playing the guitar, you can only do that for fun, you know, a couple of hours in the evening, maybe. You can't do that as a job. How are you going to do that as a job? I mean, that's just an example. You know what I mean? We've been brought up in that. And I think our higher selves are despairing because they're sort of like, oh my God, but you enjoy it so much. You enjoy painting, you enjoy yoga, you enjoy reading cards, you enjoy playing the guitar, you enjoy walking in nature. Why wouldn't you do it every minute of every day? Because that's what's going to raise your frequency and connect you to your highest guidance. But then we're sort of like, oh, I can't do that all day. So he's broken away from all of that, is my point. He has broken away from all of that. Very little going forward because we are understanding that, you know, our future lies in our frequency and not in our bank account, not in our materialism. We're kind of really downsizing our materialism. We're realizing what's important in life. A lot of people donating and investing in divine projects, I want to say, very spiritually guided. He knows that wherever he goes, his fruition goes. Because wherever he goes, his soul goes, his frequency goes, you know, his personality, you know, his energy. Because everything that's coming to you in life is a reflection of a part of you. So wherever you take your energy, you're going to get that reflected back. So if you fill your heart with love, release all the things holding you back, just let go, take that leap of faith, following your heart, following your spiritual guidance. You know, he's got a song in his heart and a skip in his step, and there's his loyal friend with him. And he's carefree. He's so carefree. And he's just going off in his own little lane. He's just swimming in his own little lane, playing his own little game and doing what makes him feel good. He doesn't know what's coming next in the game. You know, he can't see around the corner in the virtual reality game, but he's happy and he's walking away from what isn't serving him. You know, and it doesn't have to be bad stuff that we're walking away from. It's not like it's all toxicity. It's just that we're getting that feeling of just not wanting to be there anymore. That's not a bad thing. It doesn't mean it's full of bad people or it's toxic or it's, you know, low density or anything like that. You know, it just means that he wants to explore more of who he is and he's going to raise his frequency by taking this new path. So that's brilliant. There we have the Hierophant. Starting off this week with two major arcanas. Oh my goodness me. And this is the teacher, the spiritual teacher. So he's on a spiritual quest. He's on a spiritual quest. And I do believe that, I do believe the answers lie in exploring our spirituality, or I would say exploring our multi-dimensional nature. Exploring the secrets of the universe, exploring, spiritual concepts, energetic concepts, quantum truths, Like Nikola Tesla, if you want to know the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. So he's the teacher card, he's a mentor. This is about finding a mentor and becoming a mentor of the keys to the secrets of the universe. So understanding energy, frequency, and vibration. I know a good mentor about those things. If you want to get in touch, link in the description, as always. But this is about studying and becoming a teacher and passing on, being a mentor, passing on to others what you've learned, informally or formally. It doesn't matter. There's no, right or wrong way to do these things. But it's about learning and growing and understanding the secrets that make you happy in your life, your individual ones. Just because I like reading tarot doesn't mean you will, although if you're watching this, you probably will. But just because one person likes yoga doesn't mean everybody will. It's about finding your keys to the secret of your virtual reality game, because there are many paths to enlightenment. But we all tend to find one of them, and we'll find a big dominant one that we'll spend a lot of our life on, and we'll find lots of little paths. Like, for example, my vegetable patch, I think I talked about it before. That was a little path to enlightenment. I was really, really enjoying it. I learned a lot from the other people on that path and from the plants as well. Yes, they were talking to me. And it was lovely, and it's still going, but I've realized it's not my area of expertise. There's a lot of energy, time, money, and energy that it needs, and I'm getting strongly guided to spend my time, money, and energy in other directions. So there's no right and wrong. I'm not judging myself or anything, but it was the most beautiful little detour on a path to enlightenment. Not so much a detour, it was a path to enlightenment, but I wasn't on there very long. Whereas, other paths like, yoga for me, it's like a motorway. It's a motorway to enlightenment. But everyone's got their own. Other people, it will be art. Other people, it will be Qigong, Tai Chi, playing music, playing the guitar, the sound bowls. Everybody will have their own healing modality or frequency raising modality, I want to call them now. And this is an interesting point that's come up, because I do use the word healing a lot. Obviously, from my first book, Heal Yourself to Happiness, link in the description. Oh, it's free to download the PDF version from my website. And the second book as well, Heal Your Soul. But it's not always about healing. I've had a few people come to me saying, no, I don't feel like I need healing. And it's like, well, no, because you are complete and whole and everything's perfect just as you are. Even if you have a cut on your leg or an ear infection, or, you have maybe some arthritis somewhere or whatever, even if you're going through menopause or whatever it might be. But you're perfect as you are, and focusing on that is perfect. And sometimes it's not about focusing on what's wrong. It's about expanding into more of who you are and enjoying life on your swim in your game of life. Because when you do what you came here to do, and you express yourself in the way that your divinity wants you to express yourself, then healing just naturally occurs. So I think it's more about raising your frequency. And this is one of the things I needed to share about the healing modalities that I use. I'm still calling them healing modalities, right? I should call them raise your frequency modalities, because the emotion code, for example, if it's releasing emotions that are low frequency, obviously it's going to raise your frequency. And I was using that even when I was symptom free. I was just using it because common sense told me that if I can release the lower frequency emotions, then it will overall raise my frequency. And that's how we expand into higher levels of consciousness. So it's not about healing, it's about raising your frequency. That's the most important thing, because that's how you expand into higher levels of consciousness. And you can do all of that just by loving yourself and doing what you love. But not just the emotion code, but the brain integration activities that I do to help you install positive beliefs. If you're not loving and accepting yourself completely, then by installing that belief and aligning your frequency with the frequency of that belief, which is really high, which is up there at 500 on that chart, if you can align your belief with the frequency of that affirmation, the words of that affirmation. As you do that, you're going to release anything that's stopping you from loving yourself. And the overall effect is going to be one of raised frequency. That's one of the things that's going to help you get to that level of love. For example, it could be, I am worthy, I trust myself completely, whatever it might be. Anyway, my point is, it's not always about healing. It's about raising your frequency. And expanding into more of who you are so that you could feel more confident in expressing your divinity within this lifetime. There's your Page of Wands, opportunities and offers to take new action. Wands is fire, it's transformation. Pages are opportunities and offers. So he's on his path. He's studying how he creates his own reality. He's understanding the secrets of the universe. And this is bringing forth new opportunities for action. So this will probably be new activities. It could be, like I said, something like yoga, qigong, maybe studying a musical instrument, maybe going to some art workshops, maybe learning how to make essential oils, plant medicine. I mean, it's new action, opportunities. And it's because when you release that murky water, you can see more clearly, and then you can feel into your heart, and your heart will suddenly go, oh my God, I want to study tarot. That's what happened to me. Or it might go, oh my God, I want to study something else. And the opportunities that you need are going to be there. So look out for those this week. And this is physical action in the physical world. So there's some form of new action. You're going to have the opportunity, and there's going to be offers of taking new action, which is going to inspire you. And it's bold, it's fire, so it's passionate, something that you're going to develop a passion for. And it doesn't have to be an old passion. We're developing new passions. I mean, I only got into tarot a few years ago. It's not like it's my lifelong thing. In fact, I actually avoided them and preferred like the softer fairy tarot and angel tarot. And I was always using these ones, which I still do, especially when I'm working with clients. But yeah, this is about just if you feel a sudden passion, it could be about understanding astrology. There's a path to enlightenment. There's loads of paths to enlightenment, but it's important to find yours. Find your unique path to enlightenment. Okay, here we've got some lovely, happy families and childhood. Now, this comes up when it could be about children because we are in the summer holidays. So this could be about spending time with your children and looking. I know people are like a bit fraught with keeping the children entertained, but actually our children are more conscious than we realize. Definitely the younger ones that are incarnated now. So I think this is about really watching them, looking at them, ask them some challenging questions about the universe and stuff like that, because they have come in with so much wisdom, and they probably don't know what to do with it. And it gets knocked out of them at school and the way we bring them up. So, but most of the parents of younger kids nowadays are more conscious about all of this. So there's a much more conscious parenting going on, some much more conscious schooling or conscious homeschooling or unschooling or whatever you want to call it. So the message I'm getting with this card, and I've never got this message before with this card, is talk to children. Not about inappropriate things, obviously, but just about their view of the world or their view of reality or their view of consciousness, and see if you can get, tap into their wisdom that hasn't been knocked out of them yet, and see if we can really let's nurture the wisdom within these youngsters that are coming in now, because they've chosen to incarnate at this stage of the Great Awakening. I always think it's our generation that are paving the way, and then the next generation are the ones that are going to be really establishing the systems, shall we say, in heaven on earth. And then these younger kids, they're all programmed and coded to live the life of heaven on earth. So let's tap into that wisdom and have some interesting conversations with children about the secrets of the universe, and see what they remember from the other side, and encourage them to tap into that. I mean, So typically, when we had our imaginary friend, we were told not to be so stupid. In fact, that imaginary friend was probably a spirit guide. So we know how to be a lot more conscious now, hopefully, around the younger generations. So I've never said that with that card before. Typically, it means your relationship with your children. It means nostalgic, something from your past. As we heal the layers of the onion, I'm using the word heal again, but as we raise our frequency by releasing some of the beliefs we have in the layers of the onion, sometimes those trapped emotions can be connected to events to do with past lovers or people from our past. And as we heal that on an energetic level, those people are going to come to our mind. And in some cases, they might come back into our physical reality. Some people might call this closure, call it whatever you like. But this card is often represents people from your past coming back. It could be, as I say, in person, or it could be just in your mind because you're healing something that had something to do with your relationship with them, or an incident or an event that happened while you were with them, or something like that. And the other meaning of this card is inner child healing. I do have an inner child healing meditation on my YouTube channel. If you check out the self-healing techniques section of my channel, you will find an inner child healing meditation that resonates with you. So yeah, lots of opportunities for growth there as well. We have another page, which is fantastic. I like this because we've got the 2 pages, which means opportunities and offers. This one is the action in the physical world, following your passions. This one is mental processes, it's swords, it's air. So that means it's inspiration. Is inspiration coming in? It could be a young person coming in with inspiration. Now it's interesting because it's come on the heels of this card. And what I've just said about this card is the first time I've said it. So what I'm going to say about this card will be the first time I've said that about this card. But it's really feeling fitting because pages are younger people. And this is inspiration, ideas and thoughts, mental processes. So yes, he's come on the heels of what I said here. So let's talk to the younger generation about the secrets of the universe. How do they view how we create our reality? How do they view it? What wisdom have they got coming in from the other side? They're so much newer to it. They haven't been so programmed in the density, have they? Opportunities and offers to listen to some inspiration and some ideas and thoughts that are going to take us in a direction. So yes, definitely. It may not come from the children that we're chatting to. It could come from somewhere else. But the fact that it came on the heels of that makes me think, yes, that makes sense to me. So the youngsters have got some inspiration. We really have a lot to learn from the youngsters, don't we? And it could just be someone new in your life, giving you inspiration and ideas to follow. But I think it goes in order. So I think we have to take the action. This will be the baby steps. We are still in July. So the energy of the July messages, taking baby steps, is really relevant still. So if you haven't seen that video, I do urge that you do. Because those baby steps are what you take. It's like they open the door. You just take it's an energetic thing, right? But you take that baby step. What you're doing when you take the baby step in the right direction, and it could just be signing up to a class or just doing something different, or just reading a new book or something like that. But what you're actually doing is you're saying to the universe, I am ready and willing to explore something new. I am ready and willing to allow my full potential. That's a powerful one, remember. I am ready and willing to allow my full potential. I am ready and willing to take new action. I'm ready and willing to receive new guidance. I am ready and willing to be of service to humanity. That's a massive one. I am ready and willing to serve humanity. That's a big one. If you affirm that for a few days, I wonder where that's going to take you. This is our last card for today, and Pentacles is grounded. So we've got the wands, we've got the cups, we've got the sword, and we've got the pentacles. That's beautiful with two major arcanas. So we have all of the four suits of tarot. This is the earth. It's stable, it's secure, it's grounded. Okay, so we're bringing this inspiration into embodiment. We're embodying it. So we're taking the new action. Okay, we're following the new inspiration and we're embodying it. We're applying it to our physical reality. It might be a slow process because this is typically a slow card, but for me, that's more like just take your time. Doesn't have to be a slow process, but it's like we don't need to rush. I mean, this inspiration might come in quickly because he's a quick one. Swords are quick, pentacles are slow, but I think it just means take your time. There is no rush. There is no time. It's just an illusion. We are protected. We are protected by our level of consciousness. Horses are a positive movement forward. It's grounding, it's practical, and it's earth. So it's like Mother Earth, bringing these secrets of the universe into our physical reality. That's what I think it's about. Bringing the secrets of the universe into our physical reality. So, wow, beautiful. New adventures to be had. Exciting. Let me know what do you think about that. when I finish interpreting the cards, I never know what to say. I go like, oh, not sure. Hang on a minute, I'm all spaced out. Please comment, subscribe, like, and all those YouTubey things. If you want a private reading and healing, link in the description, please get in touch. But I think that's going to be an absolutely lovely week. It's the first week of the Leo season. Although the strength card hasn't come up, I'm feeling the Leo energy and the strength, the spiritual strength that comes from that. And also I'm feeling the energy, although it didn't come up, I am feeling the energy of the Hanged Man, which is, not rushing, just enjoying the moment. Accepting the moment, accepting the things, the niggly things that, the murky water that I think we can see from our peripheral vision. We can see it. And if we look around and we focus on that, it's just going to get murkier. We know that, don't we? So let's just keep it in the peripheral vision as we just keep swimming, just keep swimming. I love you all. Have a fantastic week. See you in the next video.